Okay, we got the new Amazon off-brand kit that just came in. Includes everything you need in one package, which is fantastic because you piece together the OEM ones, and this was like $79 or $80. If you had to piece together the OEM one, it's like $150, $200. So you get the pull start, get a new gasket, and then here we have not only the new bolts, but we have the mechanism for the catch, which is a hard piece in itself to kind of source. And also we have an O-ring and the washer and all new bolts. I'm probably going to reuse my original bolts because they got that nice, what's it called, anodizing on it. Here's the washer, the bolts, the O-ring. The O-ring gets pressed just inside this groove right there. Right there where my fingernail goes. I'll show you that here in a second. 4 bolts, is that all we need? Yeah, 4 bolts. So let's take this off real quick. And we're gonna do, this is the Harbor Freight kit, and it's really good. This is gonna be a 5mm. All right, I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna get all these bolts off. Okay, there goes the last bolt. This one up here will match up with that, so let's remember that when we get to that point. Let's clean up the surface area because we're going to put a new gasket on there, and let's size this bolt up. Okay, we're going to need a 17mm impact. You got to pretty much use the impact because this thing will just spin the engine if you use anything else. Let's clean that surface. This is just mainly to keep rain and dust out, and there's a drain hole there for the rain. So let's just make sure we get this seal cleaned. All right, let's hit this with an impact. Loud noises. Zips right off. Let's press in our new O-ring. Just goes right into that little lip. Did I get it? I got it. Okay, let's take a pry bar or even 2. And we're just going to work this guy out. Pulling straight toward us. There it goes. You see the matching O-ring that's in there as well. Oops. Alright, here comes the new piece going on. Line our grooves. It'll just catch whenever it wants to catch. There it is. The last bit will be tightened down with the screw. We're going to use impact on it as well, tighten it up. What torque rating? I don't know. Just a little bit of a zip and a zap, you know what I mean? That's it. Let's assemble our new gasket behind here. Okay, I got the gasket on there, and I like to do the top 2 bolts just to let it hang, and then I can do the other 2 bolts. And then don't forget, we have to align this with that bolt right there. All right, let's get that on. And these bolts are going to be on an 8mm, and we're just going to do these by hand. Oh, sorry, we're going to do these by hand versus an impact because they're very thin, light, and going into something non-really load-bearing. So do not want to over-crank them. There's only 4 of them. I'm doing what I believe to be 8 or 10 pounds, I suppose. Man, I cannot hold this camera straight while doing this. It's funny. And that is it. This is such a lot better item than the OEM one, being half the price, and you don't have to source anything. And then we can either keep this as spare parts or just discard. I have all my original ones and they're just really not ever being used. Okay, here's the Hail Mary. Let's see if we can get her to To start, there is a slight trick, and that is where you turn the steering wheel out your way. You pull it up to where you've got the tension, and then you do your big yank. There it is, first pull, baby. Smooth. Thank you, Yamaha Terrapro Group, for recommending that product. I've got it on all three. I've got one of the OEMs. I've got 5 Yamaha Terrapros, but I got 3 that I'm keeping that are good. And now all 3 have pull starts. And I've got 2 of these cheap ones and 1 OEM. Anyways, that was just a short video for you. Here, let's do another pull start. Yank it till you find the compression spot, and then cool. Okay, happy Terraproing. See you guys.